It's the Mrhbee Show.
Man, you should have heard the last 10 minutes. They were awesome.
Yeah, man. Oh, we told you so much in the last 10 minutes.
Too bad none of it recorded.
Right.
Too bad none of that shit recorded.
Yeah.
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 Man, it's
Mrhbee Show.
It's hard to go back and like repeat yourself, but let's hit on the. It's been a minute since Ross and I have been in the room together for this. You might not realize that, especially we dropped two Mrhbee shows this week.
Yeah.
But they were old, and what we were doing, we were stockpiling shows because he and I both had to do some traveling. I was out of town. I went to New York to try to get a producer for the show. I went to Detroit to spend some time with my daughter. I flew her up there.
Mm-hmm. I was touring his underground rap act
named Binary Star.
Yeah.
I took my daughter camping, which was pretty interesting. Yeah. The only time I ever went, the last time I went camping was, I was probably like 14 or something, and I remember when Champion shoes were popular. Champions, they were for like 1 year.
Yep.
Champions were popular in Pontiac.
That minute,
and I had some Champions. I had gotten some, and I was good for one pair of shoes a year, and then it's crazy. I was on the subway in New York, and I saw this little kid who had wore holes in his shoes. Like he had on some Air Force Ones that was beat to death. They looked like he fucking changed the oil in them bitches, was doing kickboxing, like climbed a mountain in them motherfuckers, and the bottom had wore a hole in them bitches.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that in forever, like, but that was used to how you used to rock them. You used to rock your shoes.
Yeah, you beat them to death.
Beat them bitches to death till they was talking. So I was good for one pair of shoes a year.
Yeah,
and so we're going camping. So I'm like, there might be some chicks out here in the woods. I'm gonna bring my good shoes because I want to impress these invisible girls.
Logical.
Yeah, and at 13, 14, I was not pulling chicks. I probably would, even if there was a fucking gang of chicks out there, I was a little fat kid with low self-esteem and not a lot of confidence, so I probably wouldn't have pulled them anyway. But in my brain, I wanted to be clean.
Right. You had to be right for it.
And it kind of reminds me, like, you ever go to the beach and you see like a black guy in jeans and shit? Fucking. It's like you see a black guy in Jordans and jeans. That was kind of where I was at with this shit. Like I was looking ridiculous, and I was actually walking down the beach in full of like street attire, just in case,
styling on them.
And water hit my shoes and just soaked them. So I was like, I'm super bummed. They were suede. I put them next to the fire to dry out. I go to sleep. I come back and they were melted.
Oh.
And I had to wear some like halfway melted Champions for the year. And I was like, fuck camping. Like, fuck this camping shit.
You had to go to school like that. That's fucked up. That's it. Because them was your school shoes.
Yeah, but so I hadn't gone camping since, and my mom wanted to take Asia camping, and we went to like an official campsite where you have to hike in carrying your gear. This isn't like you drive up, you park, you walk 50 feet to your campsite, which is right next to another campsite, and there's a grill that you can use and like a power plug where you can plug in your shit. Nah, dude, like you had to walk through the woods hauling your shit. And then you
to get to the campsite.
Which is not really a campsite. It's just the fucking wilderness with a beach and shit, and you just camp somewhere.
Okay,
you just find a place and camp.
Got you.
And I told Age, I was like, you're probably the only black person ever to see this part of the beach.
Right.
I don't see anyone driving this far up into northern Michigan.
Don't do it. We don't do it. Right. Northern Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only one thing we're doing up northern Michigan, man.
And that's being in prison.
Time.
Yep. So I spent time, like a couple times a year, I stopped being a deadbeat father, and I spent time with my daughter, and that was where I was at. But we said all that to say this. I don't think we can keep doing these shows that far ahead of time because there's just shit like I was plugging the hell out of my Instagram.
Yeah, you were.
And
you're no longer on Instagram.
I got kicked off. I've been kicked off of Instagram for 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. I don't know why they hate you so much. You know?
Who fucking? I was doing a bit on the air, and it was like, who fucking tells on like. who's a fucking internet tattletale?
Who's the narc, man? You know what I'm
who's
saying?
telling on me?
You know,
it's one of my own. It's a white person.
Oh no, yeah. You know, like it's got to be somebody that's most likely mad at you. You know, you've made them mad some kind of way, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take his ass down a peg."
Oh, so maybe it's not a white person. It could be anybody.
Could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? I would probably most suspect. You know what I'm saying? My first suspect would be like a female. You know what I mean? Like you piss off females left and right.
I piss off a little bit of everybody.
I saw the one chick. I forget what you had said, but she had said some shit. This was just like yesterday, and she said something like, "I usually fuck with you, but
White People Wednesday."
It was White People Wednesday.
White
right?
People Wednesday, and I wrote sunburn, not sickle cell.
Sunburn, not sickle cell.
White People Wednesday, and she's like, that was distasteful.
It was distasteful and rude.
Like, I didn't. Oh wait, we do get sickle cell? No, we don't, motherfucker. It is White People Wednesday. I just wrote back. I told her to lighten up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here.
I saw it, man.
And then the fucking cunt had the nerve to like correct the way I spelled it. Like, I'm on my goddamn iPhone. No one like
But that was her, man. You know what I'm saying? It was her. And like I don't even know what the purpose of
telling
of her coming at you, you know what I'm saying? And, saying I usually fuck with you, you know what I mean?
I bet you I can still fuck her.
I bet you could too.
I bet you I can still fuck.
But yeah, it's usually some cats like that, man. I bet, and another thing that cats made me realize when I got flagged for some shit was that it's not always somebody that's following you. You know what I'm saying?
Someone
because
might like you.
Yeah, they like your shit, and then somebody sees their shit, and they're like, "Oh, fuck that."
That's why I was thinking it was a white person. But if it was a vindictive, if it was a vindictive dude, I would guess white or Hispanic, because there's as macho as Hispanics are, there's a little bit of bitch made in them that would fucking tell. And this is general. This is speaking generally, mind you. But I don't see that. I don't think that they would be above telling on me.
Yeah.
There's certain aspects of they handcuff their girls at the club. You know what I mean? It's kind of like bitchy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a feminine thing.
And then, like, man, I wouldn't be surprised, like, if it was the same cat that, because you've been kicked off like 3 times.
This is my 3rd time. I give up. I literally give up. I'm over. It's over. Instagram is done for me.
I think, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just have to think that it's somebody that it's the same cat. You know what I mean? That sits back and just thinks, I want to fuck up Jude's day. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I'm thinking. I think.
Why do they let you get so far into it? You know what I'm saying? They let you, amass thousands of followers.
Yeah.
And then, because you're just doing the same shit that you do all the time. You're posting asses, pictures of asses. They're not even
underwear.
bare asses.
In underwear.
Right? Not even bare asses. Shit that you see all over Instagram.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, cats do this shit all the time. But then they drop dime and then you get took off.
It's every fucking time. And you know what the funny thing was the last picture I put was of this red bone in her little drawers, who I'm gonna try to have sex with, mind you. She's out in Chicago. If I get out to Chicago enough where it's worth my while to fucking maintain a dialogue with this one. This little red bone, I posted her ass. And I wrote, hey, send your pictures to alloutshow@gmail.com. Make sure they got clothes on because these fuck boys keep telling on me. and then I went to log on that night and I was kicked off.
You're gone.
What a bitch.
Which is some bullshit, man. Because like I said, man, I've seen pictures up there with less. And nobody says shit. Nobody says boo about it. You know what I mean? I put up the one picture of whereas the chick was bent over and it said on her back, "Women are dicks." You know what I'm saying? Because she looked like a dick.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Her ass, the shape of her
like
ass,
a dick head
into the small of her back.
Yeah,
looked like a penis.
Somebody had a problem with that.
Man, it's like really,
it was a female. You know what I'm saying?
Really do you think your parents would be proud of you to know that you're a goddamn mobile phone snitch? Like you're sitting there on your fucking mobile phone, probably not even out. You're probably at the house with your little mobile phone.
Yeah,
patrolling Instagram.
Straight up.
You fucking
trolling
lame.
Instagram, you know what I mean? And just because you see somebody that, is entertained, you know what I'm saying, is amused by some shit, you feel like, no. And that's the problem all over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem all over the place is that, the few get to decide what the rest of us enjoy.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
You know?
And the thing is like, for me, I was only posting, look, man, I got dudes that fuck with me and I got chicks that fuck with me. And people fuck with me on different levels. Some women think I'm funny. Other women want to fuck. Mm-hmm. Some dudes think I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like...
Some dudes want to fuck.
Some dudes probably want to fuck. I bet you some dudes want to fuck.
I don't doubt it.
So it's like, I was doing selfies for the chicks. But if you do too many, then you get guys fucking complaining. Mm-hmm. So I throw up asses for the dudes. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck about these pictures of asses. This is for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay balanced, and they told on me. So now Juder McDuder's done. I can't even... And what hurts the most is I can't even yell Juder McDuder on the Instagram.
And you love that name. You loved it.
That name is awesome.
you loved it. I think we just put up an episode you talking about how much you love that name. And I know you did, Jude, but it's too late, bro. It's gone. But see, and this is what, I mean, we spoke on this shit before, and I'm like really bored with all of it, man. I'm bored with Instagram, bored with like just the whole practice of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Lately, I've been leaving my phone in the next room, just staying off of it. It's because it's just, I don't know how I got caught up in this shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I really think that this shit is important, and it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Like I've given this activity like value, and it really does nothing for me. I gain nothing from it.
No, you don't. You're not gaining knowledge. All you're doing is getting. The only thing that it can do is bad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like honestly, it's the only thing you could do is like if not enough people like your picture, then you feel like a dick,
right?
But
like and most times, man, what we talked about this before. Most times, all I'm using this shit for, man, is to connect with some pussy. That's it.
And when's the last time you actually fucked a chick off of the internet? So
it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
So it's not even like worth it. It's not even worth it.
Nah, the trade-off, man. The trade-off, the time that I'm spending doing this, you know what I mean? And it's so repetitive. You know what I mean? Like I can't unfollow everybody. Like I've thought like, man, I want to swap these motherfuckers out because they're just posting the same shit over and over again. I want to get something different to look at. But you know what? I'm gonna get a new set of people, and they're gonna just post the same kind of shit.
Yep.
And
I think it's like 7 of the same. Like there's 7 of the same person out there in the world. There's 7 of the same person out there. I guess we're not as original as we think we are.
Nah, man. No, not at all.
And fuck it. It doesn't matter. But that was more the point was like we're just trying to keep up with newer episodes of things. Mm-hmm. Like just newer episodes of this because I forgot we was talking half that shit that we said. I forgot that we had even talked about until you posted, and I'm like, oh damn, like that shit is old. Mm-hmm. Like that shit is really new to you guys, old to us.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is stuff that we talked about like weeks ago.
Like, for instance, you want to touch on the fucking Trayvon shit.
Yeah.
Which I've been avoiding like the fucking plague. As a white man, I just feel like there's nothing I can say that's gonna be the right answer here, unless like I'm sorry and I'm not. So fuck that. So,
yo, man, but see, and the only thing that I want to talk about with it is I want to talk about the reality of it, man. Like, I think that, you know, too many times with situations like this, dog, you know, it gets so fucking sensationalized, you know what I'm saying? And it's no different than anything else that happens, you know?
Yeah, like, someone got shot.
You know what I mean? People get shot all the time, man.
People beat cases a lot.
Another thing is like, why is everything a racial issue? You know what I'm saying? I need to speak to my people real quick. Understand this. The more that we play the race card, the less value it has. You see what I'm saying? You can't just throw the fucking race card on everything. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be, hey, oh, it's because he's black. Oh, it's because, you know what I mean? Like, and even if he was, even if that situation was about that, even if it was racially motivated, you know what I mean? It's like, we have to get at what is really the problem, man. You know what I'm saying?
So what is really the problem?
With that situation?
Just with us, well, I don't know. Well, yeah, sure, that situation. What's
I mean,
the problem?
dog, it's the gun laws, it's the judicial system. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. I mean, dog,
I'm all right with gun laws.
Black males die all the time. Okay,
a lot.
Black males, dog. From and I did some reading.
Look at you.
From 15 to 34, the top killers of black males is homicide.
And by who?
Right? Black males, yeah. Majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? But homicide, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not till 35 does homicide get trumped. You know what I'm saying? So I just made it out of that. You know what I'm saying? But up until 35, I was at risk of being murdered.
Now
most likely by another black male.
Now you just got to worry about diabetes,
heart disease, heart disease, right? Heart disease or unintentional injury.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
I could fall out in the shower. Then I could get murdered still.
And this is my thing is this, like, and we touched on this shit. Remember I was talking about wanting to kill bikers?
Yeah.
Pedestrians.
Yeah.
Just because something's a law doesn't make it right. If you ask me, do I feel like this dude should be able to jump out of his car, harass somebody, when he starts getting beat up, shoot the motherfucker, and get away with it? Do I feel like that should be the law? No, I do not.
Right.
Is it the law? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
He beat the fucking case. They didn't want to arrest him in the first place because it was kind of straightforward. That's the way it goes down there.
You know?
And the thing is you motherfuckers don't even. Half you motherfuckers the only reason why you give a fuck is because the news told you to give a fuck.
Told you to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this fucking hive-mindedness, man. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, like, we don't give a fuck about this shit until we're told to. You know what I mean? And then what do you do with it, right? Then what do you do with it? It's like, okay, we got to protest this shit. So you know what we're going to do? Hey, everybody, black out your profile on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook. You have done nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
You have done nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's bullshit like that trivializes all of it. You know what I'm saying? It trivializes the whole cause, man.
And the other shit, like, the ESPYs were just on. A lot of black athletes, a lot of powerful black people there. I didn't see one fucking hoodie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the most powerful people in your group are showing you with their actions that they don't give a fuck. Why should I? Why do I give a fuck? Well, I wouldn't have gave a fuck if they wore hoodies or not. But like, the shit and the other shit that kills me is, dog, black people been on my Twitter fucking complaining about white people. Last time I checked that, and based on your own fucking, based on the way shit is judged here in America, if you look a certain way, that's what the fuck you are. If you look black, Obama, who's mixed, who grew up with white in a white household, Obama's black.
Your daughter is black.
My daughter is black, and I told her on a fucking college, on her goddamn, trying to get into college, you better write black, motherfucker.
Yeah, my daughter is black.
Yeah, that's right. Based on that shit, they're black. Based on the way Zimmerman looks, that motherfucker is Hispanic. Don't be trying to put white on him.
Right.
Zimmerman's got about as much white in his body as fucking Obama does.
And that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like everything. Why do we make everything a black and white fucking issue?
Because look, something fucked up happened. The dude beat the case. People are upset. They don't know where to put their anger, and now they're claiming, oh, it's because he's white. The motherfucker's half Hispanic, dude.
He's Mexican.
He looks like he could get racially profiled. So you could take all that little white black shit and shove it up your ass and stop bringing it to me because I don't give a fuck. I just don't care.
Have a problem with the law. You know what I'm saying? Have a problem with the law. That's where the problem is. You know what I mean? Have a problem with the guns. You know what I'm saying? That's where the problem is, man. You know what I mean? We talked about this a little earlier. Is like, dog. Earlier this year, the guy gets shot at the convenience store because he goes in, he buys some condoms.
This is in Detroit, right?
Yeah, in Detroit. He goes and buys some condoms. Feels like the dude overcharged him. Goes back to the store to beef with him about it. He doesn't give him his money back. He leaves out and he snatches a rack down. Dude pulls a gun from behind the counter, goes out and shoots him. He dies later at the hospital. Right? Nobody's saying shit about that.
No one heard about that because no one gives a fuck.
You know?
That's because I could give you a laundry.
We can go shooting for shooting.
I can give you a laundry list of fucking shootings that are just as tragic, if not more tragic than the Trayvon shit. It's just the fact that you motherfuckers out there decided that you were going to hang your hat on this one, and the media's got you all in a goddamn frenzy. And that's why I was like, I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a motherfucker.
That's all I wanted to say about it, man. It's just we have to pick our fucking causes, man. You know what I'm saying? And then once we get the right cause, right, we have to fight it the right way.
It's gonna take a while. It starts with like it's a slow way. It's a whole one has to empower themselves through education and put themselves in positions where they can actually become part of the system and change the system from within. Until then, like,
it's gonna keep happening.
Like honestly, you think these motherfuckers care about? You think they really care about what the fuck the black community thinks?
Right.
You barely fucking vote. The only time you come out is when the goddamn Obama was there. You ain't gonna do shit but bitch about it and then go buy another fucking Xbox. And they know that shit.
You know? And all this is, man, these situations are created just to pit us against each other, man. That's all it is.
And that's the thing. And
distract us.
Distract us from what's really going on. This dude was like, it's just I didn't want to get in a fucking Twitter argument. He was like, it just goes to show you that it's open season on the black man. I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, it's been open season on the fucking black man.
It's been that way.
Dude, like, this is not new.
Right?
This is not new. This been fucking open season.
Where are you from?
There's a bunch of unsolved murders of black men.
Where are you from? You know what I mean? That's what, and that's what kind of killed me. Like, I'm not gonna tell anybody what they talk about. You know what I'm saying? But like, I see like Puff on Instagram. He's blacking out his profile and shit. I'm like, bro, who killed Biggie?
Yes, thank you. Okay. And real talk, Puff was at the goddamn award show wearing a fucking tuxedo. It's all these motherfuckers. Ain't nobody show no solidarity when it counted. Like, no one shows any solidarity. They just they talking out on one side of their mouth, and they protect their interests on the other. They don't want to do nothing that's gonna threaten their money.
And next week, dog, they're not gonna give a fuck.
Apparently, they didn't give a fuck yesterday. A day after the thing.
A day after, like everybody had unblacked their profiles, and like, it was back to business, man. It was back to business, and I'm like, okay, you cats really don't care about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, because if you were really about doing some shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really wanted to send a message, we talked about this. If you really wanted to send a message, man, and I'm not at all advocating this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, if you really wanted to do something, if you really want to send a message, go find George Zimmerman or any of his loved ones and kill them. Okay, and then that will send a message. You know what I'm saying?
That will send a message loud and clear.
Okay,
to maybe you think twice before you kill a black guy for no reason.
Straight up.
And the other shit that wasn't really like, yo, here, and this is another thing that needs to be discussed. Even if someone comes up fucking with you and you start whooping their ass, you might get shot.
Yeah, if they got a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If it, you don't know what a motherfucker has on
logic. Logic, you know what I'm saying? That's something, dog. You're not gonna just run up on anybody, man. Not in this world.
Nope.
Okay, not in this world. I mean, like you're conscious of your situation and your surroundings and shit. You're not just gonna run up on anybody, man. Because not only because you don't know what they're capable of, but you don't know what they have on them.
You don't ever know. So it's like, yo, let this be, hey, hey, he might have had every rights doesn't keep you alive.
Yeah.
You might have had every right to whoop Zimmerman's ass, and I'm not questioning that shit. But guess what? Guess who's fucking dead?
Straight up. At the end of the day, who is dead? Okay? Fuck right and wrong. Fuck right and wrong. He is dead.
That's it. It's a wrap.
Okay?
It's a fucking wrap. All right. Done.
There we go.
Just, hey, it's a slow change, man. It starts with education. It really does. I know cats hate to hear that because it takes a while, but it starts with education. If poor people don't fuck it, no one gives a fuck about you, poor people.
Think, man.
You got to think your way out of this situation. No one gives a, and you like the way, because it's some class shit, and really though, this thing.
Small.
It's small potatoes. And just go look at whether you like it or not. The dude, he didn't have to get a fancy lawyer to beat this case.
Right.
The prosecution didn't have shit. They didn't have fucking witnesses. The fucking law was on this guy's side. Nobody knows what happened. He didn't need Cochran to beat this case, dude.
Right.
So find a different case to get mad about.
Right.
And last time I checked, I didn't see anybody bitching about Ray Lewis beating the fucking murder charge or fucking OJ beating him. Like, do you want justice or you just want to see fucking white people get arrested for things that you think they did?
Yeah. Man, I think
he's not even white.
so that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So that completely throws that whole argument out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like race is not an issue here, man. Even if that's why he followed the dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because really, we're all putting ourselves in this situation, and we're not involved. You know what I mean? Like, we're all putting ourselves in this situation, and we're making it this racial issue. It's not a fucking racial issue, man. You know what I'm saying? Blacks have been getting killed, and as we said earlier on when we started this shit, is that the main murderers of black males is black males.
And that's the crazy shit. That's what a lot of conservative radio and all that shit is throwing back at people. Like, don't give, it's like. But it's hard to hear from the opposition. Sometimes it's hard to hear truth from the opposition, from people that genuinely don't have your best interests in mind.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear that shit. But it might be a nice opportunity for motherfuckers to take a look in the mirror and see where they're going, and do you like where you're going?
Yeah.
That's it. Do you like what you're on pace for? Detroit city's 85% black. It's going fucking bankrupt. They're fucking filing bankruptcy, dude. Like, do you like where you're going? There's a fucking over 50% dropout rate.
Right.
Do you like where you're going?
Right. Let's look, man. If we really want to look at the problems with the black community, man, you know what I'm saying? It isn't external. You know what I'm saying? It's all internal.
But that's the thing. It is external, but in to a certain extent, like, you have to recognize that you got to recognize that you're being systematically attacked in certain ways.
Yeah.
And that you're behind a fucking 8-ball, and because of that, one has less room for error, and that you need those headphones fucking up. They've been fucking up.
But I just had a little ringing in there. But
that you got less room for error, and that one needs to understand that and work within the system, dude.
But what I mean by shit being internal and not external is that, the buttons aren't even being pushed anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, now the system has been set up where you're doing it to yourselves now. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it to ourselves now. You know, and it's not even a black. It's not even a black thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a black and white thing. Right now, it's a class thing.
Right.
You know, it's rich versus poor.
Like it's basically, you know, it's like, look, I was visiting my daughter. I was a fucking teen dad. Like most of, like shit, damn near everybody in my fucking neighborhood. Damn near everybody in that neighborhood was fucking teen parents. You know what I mean? That's not a good way to start things. That's not a good way to start things off if you're trying to compete with the rich kids.
Right.
You're putting and it was that fucking. It's that poor person mentality. I went to a rich high school. Rochester High School wasn't one fucking pregnant chick there.
Right.
It didn't mean that bitches didn't get pregnant.
Right.
It meant their fucking parents made them get a goddamn abortion.
Shut that shit down. You know what I mean? Because this is going to do a certain thing to your life.
I took Asia to, she wanted to go, and this is the shit I always preach to her too, my daughter Asia. My mom sets up this tour, these group tour, they do group tours at University of Michigan, which is like a pretty elite university as far as Midwestern schools go. You got that, Northwestern, I don't know, a couple other ones. Purdue's good for engineering. And one, there wasn't a ton of black kids. There was, I think, including her, there was 3 black kids out of 150. And this is you can go, you can sign up on your own and go. Like no one's telling you can't go.
Right.
And then 2, like, wasn't any fucking single parents. I was the only single one that I saw. It was nuclear families, and I was the only teen father I saw. Like I looked young as hell next to all these other parents.
Yeah.
And I'm telling my daughter, Age, it's like, these are the motherfuckers you're competing against. You're competing against these rich motherfuckers that came from upper middle class families that went to good ass private education schools. And who have support. That's who you're trying to compete against.
Yeah.
Like, you coming back bragging that you're fucking doing better than your students who are kids of immigrants whose parents can barely speak the language isn't impressing fucking me.
Right.
You're the tallest midget. You're competing against these kids over here.
Right.
I'm looking around like these are the future bosses of America right here.
You're a boss.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They'll be my boss.
Straight up. Yeah.
And that's what kids don't. That's what they don't understand, dude. Like, and it's hard to wrap your head around that as a fucking teenager, because all you know is your own little world. But like outside of that shit, there's they got just like you're. It's easy to be set up to be broke. There's a fucking cycle of being rich too. You know what I'm saying? They go to the right schools.
There's an understanding, man. There's an understanding. There's an education. That's the biggest priority, man. Is education. They are taught about money. You know what I mean? They're taught. You know, they come from money. So you know, when you're born into a system where you know your people have money. You know what I mean? They already know how to get money, and so they'll tell you how to get money. You know what I mean? But when you come in it, and your parents don't know how to get money. You know what I'm saying? And let me rephrase that. Not get money. You know what I'm saying? Have money.
How to keep money.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's a difference. There's a difference. Like, okay, you and I, right? You do a little bit better than I do, you know what I'm saying? But we both make a decent living, right? We get money, but we don't have money.
No, I don't like,
you know
if you look at my banks, if you look at my if you look at my bank, I don't know how to fuck it. Like, I got no idea.
Duh.
I was a cash and carry dude my whole fucking life, man. Like, this whole thing with credit, like, I'm learning as I go.
Right. That shit that you're learning about now, you know what I'm saying? Because your people didn't know.
My old man's got money in a sock stashed somewhere right now as we speak. That's who taught me about money.
Right.
Mr. fucking 6 months late on rent. That's how I'm learning about goddamn money.
Right.
My mother fucking living fucking hand to mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's how I learned about money. And even to this day, like, I still have
Straight
weird
up.
hang-ups. Rachel, my sister, is the exact opposite. She saves like a motherfucker. Like, if you looked at our bank statements, you would think that she has the much better job because she's way better at saving money. But even that, It's like she saves the money, but we don't know how to fucking invest.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know. You can get money, dog. You can get money, but you still have like a lower class mentality about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you have no assets, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even know what a fucking asset is. You know what I mean? We don't have any concept of credit or equity. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is all shit. This is all shit that I had to learn on my own. You know what I mean? I still don't have any of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all shit that we're not taught. You know what I mean? And that's what the thing is, man. It's like it's a game. You know, and if you're not given the instructions, you don't know how to play. If you don't even know that there is a fucking game,
right?
You know what I mean? You're completely excluded.
Yeah, I didn't figure that shit out until I was in my 20s. Like, oh, I should know these things. You know what I mean? Like, right. I was in my 20s. Like, I should know these things. And I got a big group of friends and like my homies who came from like fucking nuclear families and shit like that. Like they were buying, I would give them cash and they would buy airplane tickets for me because I didn't because I didn't have
a credit card.
I didn't have any plastic.
Yeah, you can do nothing.
And the thing is the funny thing is to part of me really feels like you don't buy shit unless you have the money for it. Shit system is way better.
Yeah,
but that's not the system that we're in. The system is designed. No. The system is designed to get you in debt as soon as possible, and then they own you.
Yeah. Because, dog, we are the lower class. We are the working class. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to work for them. They wanted to keep that. They wanted to keep that going. You know what I'm saying? And so just as in any other fashion, man. You know what I'm saying? In any other time, the best way to keep people in servitude is to keep them ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
And in debt.
That's it. You know, keep them so that they owe you. You know, so they owe you. And control them. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about with the drugs. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about that documentary, The House I Live In. If you cats haven't seen that, you should check it out.
It's on Netflix. It's about the drug war and just how they're using. Just how they're using the drug war to control populations, to control people, control classes and races of people, to control, to make money off of them. I think that anytime that you mix capitalism with the judicial system, you're not going to get justice.
No. You know
what I mean? Like if someone's going to get money off of you going to jail, you probably have a higher chance of going to jail, don't you? Right. Like if someone's going to profit from you being locked up, I don't like my chances.
Straight up, man. You know, because it tells you already. It tells you already, like, yo, this is a system built for you. You know what I'm saying? This is built toward you, where we're going to target you. You know, you and your class, right? And again, this is when it comes out of race. You know what I'm saying? Even though like blacks, you know, are make up the majority of prisoners. You know what I'm saying? Even though like this country, right? This country, we have the most incarcerated.
How many black people are in America? Like 17% or 10% or some shit like that?
What is it? We make up, I think it's, last time I checked, it said something like 12%.
And then how many black people are in prison?
Shit. Well, in that doc, they were saying that it was a little over 500,000.
That's a lot of people, dog.
That's a lot of people, man.
That's a lot of, and it's like you're at ex-con. A lot of, like most black people listening either have someone in their family that
has been locked up
or have been locked up themselves.
Yo, most of us, you know what I'm saying? Like just people in general, dog. With 2.3 million people incarcerated, you know somebody who knows somebody, that's locked up.
And that's the crazy shit. It's like we got more. I think we got a higher percentage of people in prison than China.
Mm-hmm. And in the world, right?
But like communist China, you know what I mean? Like, and we operate under this delusion that it's home of the free, and it's like you're not as free as you think you are. But here's the deal: once you get to a certain age, The unfortunate thing, a lot of these motherfuckers are getting locked up way before they get to this age.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what they just got to understand, like, what the system is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the system is designed in a certain way. Schools aren't there to educate you. They're there to fucking teach you how to walk in a straight line and do as you're told.
Yeah.
How to assimilate, how to be a good consumer. Because that's what a lot of these public schools are. Maybe if you get into there's certain classes in the schools, AP and shit like that, but that's a small percentage of these public schools. Private schools where somebody is actually paying fucking money to educate their child, they give a little bit more, they care a little bit more about education. But this whole public school, like this idea of public schools, you're only getting as much out of it as you put into it.
Yeah, yeah, and it goes down the Rochester High, you know what I'm saying, the high school you went to,
Yep.
and Pontiac Northern, the high school that I went to. You know, that was night and day. I went out there. I went to school there for a year, Rochester High for a year,
Yep.
using your address.
Yep.
And the quality of education, you know,
Night and day.
night and day.
No, first off, no metal detectors.
No metal detectors.
No metal detectors, not as many fights, no
Yeah.
fucking pregnant teenagers roaming the halls. And drugs were kept. There was drugs,
Yeah.
but they was like a little bit more low key.
Yeah. And dog, cats weren't slanging up there like in school.
Not like that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a little more subtle.
Yeah, you know, and they keep that kind of thing out. You know what I'm saying? Just like soon as they found out that I was that I stayed in Pontiac, you know what I mean? They quickly got
you
me
the
out of
fuck
there.
going.
It was like, get him the fuck out of
You
here.
were kind of a shitty student anyway. Both of us were pretty shitty students. I don't think. I think you went there just to skip
But
school
look,
at a different place.
Look, no. What happened was, I get out there, and I'm made to be something that, you know, that this idea that they have
Right.
of yak cats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already, since I come from the black area, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm already like the tough guy, the drug dealer.
So they made you skip school?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
No, what I'm saying
Go.
is I fed into it.
Oh, so you were like, okay, yeah, that's what I am.
You know what I'm saying? I fed in. It's like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah. No, because of course, why wouldn't you like that? You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't you like that?
Why wouldn't you like that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like all this attention and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's our
Teaching them slang.
our romance with fucking gangsterism. You know what I mean? It's like oh yeah. I get to act like I'm a gangster, or I'm this, or I'm a thug, or
Because being a gangster is kind of cool. It
know?
really is. It really is kind of cool, but it's just, you don't see a lot of fucking gangsters. Like, you see a lot of young fuck-ups that are doing dumb crimes, and then once they get deep into their 40s, like, you don't see a lot of motherfuckers doing great with organized crime. Mm-hmm. And if they are doing pretty good with organized crime, chances are they're keeping track of you.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, dog, how many cats do we know that that, you know, just do, like, they sell drugs for the lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, or just what it, you know, the look it gives them, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like when I'm out there and cats are, like, you know, beefing and shit and saying shit like, yeah, man, if you know, I'm gonna get some of my people from Pontiac, they're gonna come out, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that dude.
Right. You were the people from Pontiac.
You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody's gonna fuck with me because I'm from Pontiac. You
Yeah,
know?
they glamorized your shit.
You know? So of course, like, you know, who wouldn't want that? Like, okay, nobody's gonna fuck with me because I'm from Pontiac. You know?
And that you got to smoke weed for free a
Yep.
lot because they wanted to smoke you out because they wanted you to be down with them.
Yep. You know?
You hung out with the skaters. Those kids, they were the best anyway. The skaters were the...
And they were smoking more weed than we were.
Oh, because they had the money. They got a disposable income, and they were smoking better weed too.
Straight the fuck up. None of that shit. The 4-foot bongs and the gas masks and shit
Right.
like that. I hadn't seen any of that.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I remember, a couple years later, I started selling weed, and it's that fucking Mexican brick weed. Smells like ammonia, seedy. 25 you could sell it for 25 a quarter and make a profit. Like, it was really shitty weed.
Yeah.
And I used to try to sell it to some of those Rochester kids, and they would laugh at me. And I didn't understand. I'm like, because I didn't have that money. I'm like, bro, this is $25 a quarter, man. You're paying $200 an ounce for your shit.
Right.
Like, why don't you want my shit? And they're like,
it's weed. Weed is weed.
It's like, they're like, we're smoking the kind buds, dude. Like, your shit is fucking trash. Take that shit somewhere else. Like, I wasn't even in their tax bracket. I couldn't even fuck with them. Like, I could not even fuck with them. I took my daughter. I want to talk about this shit. I kind of was touching on it some that bitch ass shit. Hold on, I'm trying to.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out what that was about. Yeah, let's speak on it.
Oh, I took my daughter to go see was it Kings of Summer or some shit like that. It's like one of those teen movies, and it's so crazy watching like teen movies now because it's written from like the point of view of the now teen.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid was a fucking bitch, dude. Like the main character was like the spoiled little asshole who fucking stole money from his dad, who was a real pain in the ass,
mm-hmm.
who was like kind of a whiny bitch, and he was like the hero of the story, and it was really hard for, kind of like a typical kid nowadays, like like everything's like they feel like they're owed some shit or something like that.
Yeah. The entitlement.
Yeah, totally, just an entitled little fucking asshole. And I hated the kid. He was an anti-hero to me. To my daughter, he was just like cool.
Right?
She didn't see.
It's like, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
She didn't see what a little fucking a little fucking dickhead. Like, here's your old man. You're stealing from your old man. He called the cops on his old man. Like, It was just like all this bitch ass shit. But what really just needled the fuck out of me is he liked this chick, right? So he liked this chick in the movie, and he invites her out, and his homeboy ends up pulling her.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking loses his shit, fucking kicks everybody out, throws a temper tantrum, and acts like a bitch. And after the movie, and like that shit just irritated the shit out of me.
Yeah.
After the movie, like I'm walking with Age, and she was like, "It's messed up how the movie was good." I was like, "Yeah, it was good. I dug it." The main character was kind of a bitch. She was like, "Why?" I was like, "He's just kind of fucking bitch made, lame."
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Yeah, but it was fucked up the way his boy did him." Well, she didn't say fucked up because she speaks really nice. She was like, "It's messed up the way his boy did him."
Yeah.
He knew that he liked that girl, and he took her anyway. And I was like, I'm like, maybe that's how girls think.
Yeah, that is how girls think.
Girls, I said, and I was like, girls can think that way, but if a man thinks that way, he's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Like, and I got like there's certain ethnic groups that kind of feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But those guys are stunted. And I just really needed to address that because it was like, yo, man, that way of thinking is archaic and it's taking choice away from the woman. Like, it's kind of a sexist way to think that I can, like, take a flag, claim this fucking chick.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
even if she doesn't like me, Ross, you can't fuck her because I like her. Right. And if you do, I'm going to throw a temper tantrum and not be wrong. Like, fuck that.
Right? And again, man, you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, you know, it's a female male kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know damn well in our world, a motherfucker can't come with that story. Like, yeah, man, so I was at a party and, you know, like there was this girl that I liked and, you know, then my boy, he got on her and, you know, it's like, man, shut the fuck up. So did he fuck?
Yeah, no one's going to be like, oh, that was really messed up of Daryl.
Right?
He shouldn't have took your girl like that.
Oh, that's too bad, man. You know
but yo, that's like, my Z and them, my Muslim homies.
Yeah.
I love them to death. But like, that's how they fucking think.
Yeah.
And I think it's like they're coming from a different land, you know what I mean? They're from Afghanistan or some shit, like, and they just didn't grow up the way we did, where it was like, yo, man, you were competing with your friend for everything, like you're. There's been times where, like, someone was like, hey, man, I like her, and I'll lay back, but that's my choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's my choice to lay back.
Yeah.
But it's like if we're both going out for a job and they don't want to hire me, but they want to hire you, what, you not supposed to take the fucking job?
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
Jude might be mad.
Come on, man. Like, man, and I don't give a fuck, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Like until this woman, this chick is my girl. You know what I'm saying? She's free game for anybody.
I got a 6-month thing. Like, yo,
You
you
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
be with a chick for like 6 months to a year, like exclusive, for me to even
not consider fucking her. Yeah,
Thank you.
Straight up.
Thank you. Like, really.
Straight up. And only until like you're with her and she's your woman, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, does that shit apply? Like, you know, after you break up with her, I'm still like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I'm not gonna fuck any of your exes.
Remember,
you know what I'm saying?
And it made me think about that shit, because me and you had a falling out a few years, probably close to 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. Sonia and I, who, like, we had a tumultuous 5-year relationship.
Yeah.
After we broke up, she started hanging out with you, and I'm like, dog, I don't want
Pretty
I
tough.
don't want you guys hanging out together. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, I'm trying to forget.
Neither did my girl.
I'm trying to forget this shit. Like, I don't care where your guys' heads are at, and I didn't. To this day, I didn't feel wrong for asking you that.
Yeah, no, and you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong.
And you continue to hang out with her, and we kind of had like a falling out. I wasn't like, I'm never talking to you again. I was like, all right, man, that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna be over here, man.
Yeah,
and, And then whatever fuck transpired, I don't know whatever happened.
Yeah.
And then we moved on. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's a totally different. 5 years deep with a fucking woman is totally different than me having a crush on a girl and saying, don't eat her pussy, Ross. Hey, Ross, don't let this one blow you, because I don't know what I would do.
Dog, like, you tell me about a chick today, okay? Or let's say it's somebody you work with. There's some chick out there or something,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I'm thinking about getting at her, you know what I mean? And I walk out there and we have an exchange,
right?
You know, and then like, yo, I tell you like, yeah, man, so I think I'm gonna see that girl later tonight. What?
Ain't shit to say. I'm like, yo, and and that's not to say it's not supposed to sting a motherfucker. It might sting you. It might hurt your pride. But guess what? Be a man. Take it on the fucking chin and keep it goddamn moving.
That's what it is, man. Because, man, and understand this. There are going to be situations, man. You know, we've had situations like this, you know what I'm saying? Where a girl has talked to me to get to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, most likely a groupie fan of yours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, talk to me just to get closer to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had other relationships like that, you know what I'm saying, with other people where a chick is just talking to me to get next to my people. You know what I mean? This kind of thing happens all the time, man. Like, and so until these relationships, you know what I'm saying, until these relationships like really develop, man, until they become something, you can't take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it seriously. Like, you know, especially you and you know, female, like,
dog. There's two girls in this world I don't want anyone fucking. There's two girls in this world I don't want any of my homeboys fucking, and that's Julie and Sonia.
And if I know you, you know what I'm saying? If I know you like I know you, I already know who that is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You already know.
The chicks that you talk to me about, dog, you know, like you introduced me to, or you know what I mean? Dog, I don't even retain their fucking names. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, and if you can pull one from me,
yeah,
I'm not mad. I'm like high fiving you, like, yo, you gamed up,
right?
And that goes back to like when I was talking about like I'm not even gonna go in Mexicans and shit, but like how they're kind of like a lot of times you'll see these cats bitch made handcuffing their fucking girls at the bar and shit, mean mugging anybody that walks by their woman.
Yeah,
like, bro, you should have enough confidence in your fucking game, in your fucking personality, in your dick game, in your choice of women that you're not picking a fucking scallywag cheating bitch that you can let her out in public without having to fucking handcuff her and being up under her ass. Yeah,
you know, like, dump you like.
Is your dick game that weak, bruh? Like, is your mouth game that fuck? Are you that boring to talk to?
Straight up. Are you that bitch made?
Are you that fucking lame, dude?
Straight up.
That you got to follow your girl over the damn club? And you know what? When that shit happens, I love taking her fucking girl because they're the girls can smell that fucking lack of. The girls can smell that shit on you.
Yeah.
They can smell your insecurity.
Yeah. Now,
and a motherfucker like me walk by that doesn't give a fuck. They want to try that out. They want. I wonder what that's like.
Straight the fuck up. You remember we did that social experiment.
Which one?
The one chick that I was talking to. You know what I'm saying? You were gonna see if you could pull her.
You know what I'm saying? The groupie that you were talking to.
Yeah.
And I was gonna try to go ahead and fuck her.
Yeah, you were gonna try to.
I was gonna try to pull her from you.
Get with, you know what I'm saying? Like that. That was an interesting thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we really tried some shit there. Like
I didn't get her, by the way.
We've both done that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I've tried to pull one of your groupies. You know what I'm saying? And you've tried to pull one of my groupies. Neither one of us were successful.
I think the other thing that really was going against me, I probably shouldn't have fucked her homegirl because it was like a double betrayal.
Yeah.
So she wasn't a total piece of shit. But whatever. Like, I'll try it again. 1,000 times I'll try that shit again. Whatever.
And as you should, dog. Okay, first off, and this ain't happening now, Tone.
You gotta tell your wife that shit. You gotta tell your wife that shit.
But it's like anytime, man. I'm married. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with Tone. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
Any of these side chicks, you know what I'm saying? Any side chicks, any of these groupies, you know what I'm saying? Have at them, bro.
Bro, you're the last. You are the, and I'll see that sometimes. Like, married dudes will call up to the show mad that someone's fucking their side bitch. And I'm like, you giant vagina. That's your side bitch.
Straight the fuck up, man.
It's like, and the worst part about it is some of these dudes, they're treating their fucking side girl better than their wife.
Yeah.
They're taking them on vacations.
That's some real dirtbag shit, dude.
It's like, yo, if you treated your wife half this good, I think that she might be treating you a little bit better too. Like, why you're taking your side bitch on vacation and leaving your wife at the crib? You're telling her that you're out of town on vacation,
right?
Running up the credit card on some fucking
hole. Speaking to me, this has happened. Even speaking to me about a side chick, coming to me and saying like, "Yo, you know I'm fucking with her." Like, man, that ain't your girl.
Wait, someone did that shit to you?
Yeah. You know I can't say who.
I'm kind of curious who. Come on, man.
We'll talk about it off air.
That's gay. Oh, wait, I know exactly who. You know I'm fucking her. Like, yo, hey, and like that's good. That's for sometimes that's good information to know. I like to know all of that information.
Yeah, I do like to know.
I like to know that you're fucking her, but I'm not going to stop trying to fuck her because your ass is fucking her. She's a side piece.
You know, I've gotten information from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, before like I was about to jump on something. You know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, I fucked that, and let me tell you about that there, and that deterred me. You know what I'm saying? Not because you had fucked, but because of what you told me it was.
I'm not saying like, hey man, like yo, if I'm right now, I'm messing with a few different chicks. If you can crack one of them, like fucking have at it. And I guess that's just what I'm saying. Like, that type of behavior unchecked, especially in a movie like that, encourages that behavior.
Yeah, it does.
And it turns people into bigger fucking pussies than they already are. Like, we already got a fucking bitch ass problem here.
Yeah.
Like, and really, you want your game to be as tight as possible. One of the reasons why I'm pretty good at hollering at chicks is because I was competing against my friends to holler at chicks all the damn time.
That's how you were bred.
You had to be nice with your fucking mouthpiece, dude. You had to be able to pull a chick.
You know, ritualistically, man. You know what I'm saying? We would go out, and that was the mission. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see who can get the most numbers, who can pull the most bitches. You know what I'm saying? Who can try to get some pussy tonight?
Yep.
You know,
and who could get the most, like, right or wrong, who could get the most shit out of that girl?
Right.
And like, that's why you can drop me anywhere in this green earth, and I will be okay talking to women. And this is coming from a guy that was super shy, that was afraid of rejection, that was fat and insecure, and I got thrown into that boot camp, and now I'm confident talking to women. And I was getting girls before Jenny Jones. If anything, this shit made me lazy. Like it fucked up my game, dude.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to spit half as hard,
Yeah, and we talked about that before. It's like you were, you know what I'm saying, you had to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You had to do that shit where, like you were able to build up that kind of thing, man. For the longest time, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any game. You know what I'm saying?
You were just adorable.
I didn't have to. Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I had dimples.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how Rachel's ex-boyfriend. I hang out with Brad, right? Rachel's ex-man, because that's who I stay with in New York. And this motherfucker has been adorable his whole fucking life and has no game, really.
Right.
I mean, doesn't need it.
You don't need it.
I'll be sitting at the bar and it's just like splat, 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 shit hitting his face. It's bitches throwing pussy at him. Like, he doesn't have to do a fucking thing. Some people got it like that.
Right.
Some people can lay back, look adorable, pull a chick.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Brad. You don't need game. Like, he doesn't need game.
Straight up, didn't have to develop skills like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, dog, if I'm out at a party, you know what I'm saying? If I'm out at a party and a girl comes to tell me that her girl wants to fuck me, you know what I'm saying? I don't need that shit.
That just happened with Brad. Like, I'm like, yo, what are we in 7th grade? Like, we're at the bar. Like, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not jealous. I'm just looking like, wow. That must be nice.
That's got to be awesome.
You just go in there, they're fucking chucking it at you. They probably, and I think partially a lot of times it's like if you're indifferent to all that shit, they can just smell it and it's like cats. Like if you walk by a cat and don't give a fuck about the cat, it's walking by, it's like meow, 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 like showing you its asshole. Meow, meow. Women are like cats in that way. Yo, that was a Ferrilli show.
This is a Ferrilli show. We're rapping?
Yeah, let's do 2. Let's knock out 2.
Oh, okay. Like, is it this one almost over?
This one's we got over an hour and we got like an hour and 5 minutes on this bitch.
Okay. Hold up a second,
because I feel like we don't we're giving them an hour 20 minutes. We don't have to give these motherfuckers an hour and 20 minutes. You got something like that's pressing, time pressing?
No. It had to do with. I thought it had to do with the shit that we're talking about in this, but
check and see.
We can get it in the.
Look, you can look.
I'm looking at it right now.
I gotta pee. But keep looking.
Yeah, I'm looking.
What did it say? What are you thinking? What are you thinking it's about?
Man, I guess we can touch the.
We got our first. I want to talk about. We got our first fan mail. Why don't we talk about that the next episode though?
Yeah, we can do that.
Our first. Episode. If you want to send us fan mail,
mail. Oh, and she sent a picture too. But we'll talk about that next time.
She sent a picture.
She sent a picture too. We'll talk about it next time.
That's awesome. We got fan mail. What's the email?
FerrilliShow@gmail.com. And this has been the Ferrilli Show. I am Ross. He is Jude. And we'll catch you next time.
All right, there it is.
Why you always gotta have the last word?
What?